My parents' golden child smiled across the dinner table as they spent my money for her dream vacation. Then they threatened my marriage when I said one word. Why? I'm 32, married with 2 kids. In my family, I've always been the villain. My younger sister, Maya, is the golden child. She's never held a steady job for more than a few months. Every time something goes wrong, my parents rush in to save her. Meanwhile, I worked through college, built a career, bought a house, and helped my parents financially for years. None of that ever mattered. Last month, we had a huge joint family dinner. Uncles, aunts, cousins, everyone was there. Halfway through dessert, my dad stood up and tapped his glass. We have exciting news. Everyone looked over. Dad grinned at Maya. We're taking Maya on a 3-week Europe trip. She deserves it after everything she's been through. The whole table applauded. I smiled politely. Then Dad added, and thankfully your brother will be paying for most of it. The room went silent. I genuinely thought he was joking. He wasn't. Mom nodded proudly. You're doing well financially. Family helps family. I laughed nervously. Nobody asked me? Mom's smile disappeared. Dad immediately became angry. What do you mean? I mean, I'm not paying for a luxury vacation. Maya crossed her arms. Wow, so you're jealous. That almost made me laugh. Jealous? I was paying a mortgage, raising children, and working 60-hour weeks. She still lived with our parents. The dinner became awkward fast. Dad demanded we discuss it privately after everyone left. So we did. The second the guests were gone, the masks came off. Dad slammed his hand on the table. You will pay. No. Mom stepped closer. If you embarrass your sister like this, don't expect us to stay quiet. I frowned. What does that mean? She looked straight at me. It means people listen to us. Dad nodded. We can tell your wife's family exactly what kind of person you really are. I stared at them. They kept going. They talked about calling relatives, talking to my in-laws, turning family members against me. Then Mom said something that made my blood run cold. We can make sure your children hear how selfish their father is. That's when I realized this wasn't about a vacation anymore. My parents were willing to destroy my marriage and poison my kids against me because I refused to fund their favorite child. And the next morning, they proved they weren't bluffing. Like and subscribe for part 2.